Two of the Swedish pre-Olympic ice hockey tournament features the home nation, Sweden, and they're in action in the Globe Arena, taking on a team that a lot of people think could be a good candidate for gold or silver in the Winter Olympics, Canada. Sweden versus Canada, the second game in the Swedish pre-Olympic hockey tournament. If you were with us yesterday, you'll have seen the Commonwealth of Independent States open up with a 2-0 victory over Czechoslovakia. Now it's the next two teams in the tournament, Sweden and Canada. And of course, as you'd expect, something of a hometown crowd. And I reckon, yes, there you go, the Canadians getting booed as they come to the ice. Quite a few NHL experienced players on this Canadian team. They fancy their chances in this one. Nick Halling alongside me, Darryl Eason. Darryl, the Canadians really coming into a bit of a bear pit, but you have to fancy them in this one.
Oh yeah, but the two teams of these are the two teams that everybody's expecting to take either gold or silver at the Olympics. It's going to be an exciting game because the crowd is, it looks like the building's almost totally full, and the Canadians are a good hockey team. They've got quite a few NHL players, as you said, Nick, but so do the Swedes. Swedes have got a lot of older NHL players, guys who have played there and have now moved back to Sweden.
Well, as we see the Swedes coming through, getting a very, very big ovation indeed, as you'd expect. The Globe Arena got a lot more noise now than it had for that first game. 3,500 sat and watched in some silence as the CIS and Czechoslovakia did their stuff. CIS winning 2-0. There's our Norwegian referee, Anton Danko. And Canada, as we see, warming up there on the left as we just take a check on the identity of the two linesmen. And one man to watch out for on Canada's team, I think, guy we know all about, our 88, Eric Lindstrom, the man who's been hailed as the new Gretzky, Eric Lindros rather, not Lindstrom, the man who's been hailed as the new Wayne Gretzky, but has managed to alienate a few people in his short 18-year career.
Well, he's only 18. He was drafted this last year by Quebec and has refused to sign for them, so he's back playing junior hockey again. He did play in the Canada Cup Series in August in Canada, and he performed exceptionally well. He's a very, very good hockey player. On top of being a very big hockey player, an exceptionally skilled hockey player. We'll see how he performs in this game. This is once again another step. It's probably some of the best hockey he's going to play all year.
So, Sweden, obviously in their national colours of yellow and blue, going up against the Canadians in their maple leaves. And we saw in the first game between the CIS and Czechoslovakia the importance of getting off to a fast start in this pre-Olympic warm-up competition, and I'm sure that fact is on the minds of both these teams as we get started here in this second game. And Canada from the break. That one comes back. The Swedes looking to clear their lines. Crossing over the red line, and the attack coming on here, and good chance here. That's Gustafsson. A quick shot there from number 16, Bent Arka Gustafsson. Hakan Loeb going round the back of the net, and Gustafsson there to polish it off. Great start for Sweden, and just like the first game, in this game we've had a goal inside the first minute, and they love it. Yeah,
these are two of the players that we were talking about earlier. These two guys are former NHL players, Gustafsson and Loeb. Loeb used to play for the Calgary Flames. I believe he was there when they won the Stanley Cup in '89. And that was a great play. Got around there, got the guy wide open, and Gustafsson put her away. Sean Burke didn't really stand any chance there.
Sean Burke in the Canada goal. Normally associated with the New Jersey Devils of the NHL, and now here come Canada on the counter.
There's Lindros that was
just thwarted there. Lindros in there as well. 49 seconds officially, that first goal from Gustafsson. And the save coming in from Sean Burke. Great start then from Sweden.
Yeah, the Swedes are going to be pumped up. This is their own building. They're the home team here. big crowd cheering for them. I mean, the Canadians aren't going to get any cheering for them. And they want to perform well at home and win at home. And this is a great way to step straight in there. I think they also want to set the pace, saying, hey, look, when it comes to the Olympics, we're the team to beat, not you guys, not the Canadians. So that's what they're looking for, I think.
Well, one of Coach Dave King's objectives with his Team Canada was to get in and bring an early goal, his team to get an early goal and take the crowd out of the contest, but the exact opposite has happened.
Exactly. I mean, when the home team gets an early goal, the crowd gets right into the game, and that really helps the team. I'll tell you, the home team. So the Swedes are going to be really. The Canadians, I think, right now are going to struggle against the Swedes for a while until they get themselves settled. Then you'll see a bit more of a more aggressive game than yesterday's game, especially, obviously, just with the Canadians involved here.
So don't muck around the Canadians, and of course the Swedes playing at home. That was Booze. Well, you can guess who they're for, can't you?
Yeah, he sure likes to throw his frame around. That's Lindros, yeah.
Eric Lindros, a young man who is finding himself attracting a lot of booze wherever he goes.
It's a shame. It's a shame the situation, the way he's handled and being handled.
Shot there saved by Sean Burke.
Burke's a good hockey player. He was the backup goalie going into the 1988 Olympics and ended up knocking out another NHL goalie, Andy Moog, for that played most of the 88 Olympics, and this is basically what helped his career in the Stanley Cup.
There's Connie Evanson, coach of the Swedish team, must be very pleased with what's happened so far. Long way to go, of course. More opportunities. Burke just picks that one up. A big scramble around the Canadian net. A shot coming in, but it's wide. Burke is needing eyes in the back of his head at the moment, and this not a good start from Canada at all.
Now they're struggling a little bit with maybe with the ice surface and just settle themselves down against such a big crowd. That'll probably be a big hostile crowd, really.
Ollie Schreiber trying to get in there.
Yeah, Schreiber played for the 88 Olympic team too, yeah? So he's got experience at this level. To come to think of it, all the Canadian players do. Looks like it's going to be a delayed penalty there against the Swedes.
Oh, here it comes. He called that one correctly. And it's Ken Holt that's going to be going off. Spot of hooking there. See, there it is, yeah. Guilty, as charged.
He put the stick on him. I don't know how bad a hook it was, but I think the referee's just trying to set the pace right at the beginning that nobody's going to get away with anything.
So Ken Holt goes away. Canada go to the power play. We saw in yesterday's game between the Commonwealth of Independent States and Czechoslovakia that the power play really not a factor. Both teams effectively killing the penalty. I wonder if that will carry on in this game as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think you'll see a lot more shots from the Canadian than you did Canadian team from either of the two teams yesterday. I mean, that's the Canadian style of play, and if you get half an opportunity, let the thing go. Swedes are at the moment are doing a good job of keeping the Canadians. Whoops! Whoa! I was just going to say they're doing a good job of keeping them on the perimeter, not giving them a chance. But there's a good scoring opportunity there.
And the danger cleared temporarily. Still on the power play, Team Canada.
Yep, already got the first one. Here we go, Red. We're all right. We're okay. Can you hear me a call, Dale? Dale, can you hear me? Help.
And again, still with the power play.
Dale, you get your headset on.
Getting to that, first of all, getting to the puck, Patrick Lebeau. Back beat number 20, Lebeau. Dangerous player, Patrick Lebeau. They'll have to keep a sharp eye on him. And here he is. Once again.
Swedes are doing a good job once again.
Very patient, but so too Team Canada. Lebeau on his own over on the far side. Team Canada looking for their opportunity. Lebeau's come into the middle now.
Yeah, the Swedes can't afford to commit. You can't commit, especially on a big rink like this. Oh, nice goal.
We talked about Patrick Lebeau, and Lebeau took that pass from Joe Juneau, put it away. There is Juneau with, I think Randy Smith may get an assist there as well, number 22, but that a very, very simple and well executed goal from Team Canada.
That's breaking down the basic, by a power play, that's breaking down the basic penalty killing box there. You see they move the puck around and they try to come in on the blind side, which is exactly what happens here. The goalie's cutting down the angle to the left and they just move it over to the right as quick as possible. Which pass comes out here to the right. And he makes the puck right across. Beautiful play. That's a power play goal of a great one.
So 2 quick goals we've had in this one. That one coming after 4 minutes and 22 seconds of the opening session. And Canada and Sweden level at 1 apiece.
Sounds a lot like yesterday's game. They're scoring these goals early.
That's right, but we had 2 quick goals then and nothing else. Let's hope this one doesn't follow that suit.
It's a good chance to see how good you are closing the gap. Hit him! Come on, Tyler, don't play soft in his yellow.
Our microphone's located quite near the Canadian bench, so we can hear some of the instructions coming in from the assistant coaching staff.
Yeah, they're telling the players not to play soft in there, and that's exactly, especially when you're basically the away team like the Canadians are. You got to go in there and say that you're gonna play as hard as you're ever gonna play, just to set the pace so they don't think they've got their own way. This is Mats Nastrom. He used to play for the Montreal Canadiens for quite a few seasons. He's an exceptional hockey player, small but good, tremendously skilled. It's number 26 for the Swedes.
Sean Burke in goal, the New Jersey Devil. A good glove save there. And here's Dave Archibald looking to get it away. And Archibald. Oh, that one went right across the face of the goal, and there was nobody on hand. Dave Hannon was up there but couldn't get to it. There's Lindstrom. Big lad for an 18-year-old.
Yeah, he is. He's we're talking about 15 stone and about 6'4", 6'5".
And Lindstrom trying to keep the pressure on Dave Archibald up there as well, number 12. Lindros, I'm sorry.
He's got superb skill for such a big guy and such a young kid too. I mean.
Good job. Come on, Danny. Come on.
Ooh, big struggle there.
Come on.
Burke came up with a big stop there.
There is a Lindstrom on the Sweden team.
Yeah, that's what you're getting them confused with, I think.
That's not a player that we're likely to see too much of, one of their fringe players, but Eric Lindros, of course.
That was a good stop. Looks like the defenseman lost control there, and Burke came out with a big stop there for the Canadian side.
So 1 apiece then in this first session. Both teams with plenty of NHL veterans on their books.
That's right. The Canadians either have guys who have played in the NHL. It looks like they've got about 3 or 4 of those, or a lot of ex-NHL players. They've got, by the looks, from what I can see, of maybe 5 ex-NHL players on top of the ones who are already playing, and then they've got a lot of players who play in the minor leagues just below the NHL. So they've got a lot of pro experience there, which the Swedes have quite a few. I can count 4 or 5 ex-NHL players on their team. So you're seeing a good level of hockey here.
Certainly a lot more physical as well.
Oh yeah, you're seeing 2 teams I think who want to win a gold medal. That's for certain.
That's right. Dave Archibald there, the man frustrated. Loaded the gun but couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, you see him at the moment. This game here compared to yesterday's game isn't more flowing. The 2 teams are forcing each other, so that's what makes it a little bit more exciting. The two teams yesterday kind of sat back and felt each other out, where these 2 teams are going after each other immediately.
Randy Smith getting into the thick of the action but taken out.
Good job, Pete. Good job standing up, guys.
A lot of people say that teams like the Swedes are wimps and that, but the Swedes have grown up over the years where they're not afraid of aggressive hockey, and they don't exactly go searching for it, but they won't back down just because. I don't think you see the Canadians trying to go out there and intimidate anybody, but they'll just play the normal game, which is if you get a chance to hit somebody, hit them. It's as simple as that. I think Canada's gone past the point of thinking they can intimidate European teams. It's just now it's coming down to a wear-down factor. You hit them enough, they'll get tired, and we're used to it. And that's the way the Canadians have played. They don't go out and try and hurt anybody anymore. They never really have. And the whole idea is just to wear the other team down physically.
Well, the crowd not as vocal now as they were a couple of minutes ago, prior to that Canada equaliser. Again, nice defensive work coming in from the Canadians, Brad Schlegel.
The Canadians look like they're all taking a zone in an alley on the ice, a certain area, and not letting the Swedes actually get into the Canadian end, which is probably the best way. If you can shut them down in the middle zone, then there's not much chance of them scoring from there. That's for certain, especially against a goalie of Burke's quality.
Here's Anders Edelbrink. Finding Lars Edström. Edström, though, loses out.
I think the Canadians have tried to put together a team this year that will get a medal after the disappointment of Calgary, where they came in 4th at home. And their build-up has been directly for that situation.
Settled into a territorial battle now this first period after that quick strike from both teams.
That's right. There's nobody really got the advantage in this game at the moment. They're both the game's basically being played in the center zone. Both teams shutting each other down before they can get in.
The Canadians with an opportunity to clear their lines here.
You see the Canadians are now playing a bit more of a European style hockey. Not exactly European, but they're not rushing the puck up the ice as much as if it was an NHL game. They're taking their time because they're being given the space.
Yeah, in the NHL it's route one to goal every time. The build-up work of Europeans a lot more patient.
That's right. In the NHL it's one direction. I mean, a lot of that comes from having an 80-game season. I mean, there's not a lot of time to go skating all over the rink. Might as well just go straight forward.
Lindros took quite a clout there from Fredrik Stillman. But Lindros is still standing up.
You need a pretty big guy to knock him over, I can tell you.
Peter Karnback coming forward. Karnback clearing up again. A long slap shot coming in. Sean Burke will eat those all day. No problems for him.
Lindros looks a bit tentative, especially around the net at the moment.
And gloved up there by Tommy Soderstrom. So 1-1, Canada and Sweden. So all level halfway through this opening session of the second Swedish pre-Olympic ice hockey tournament. 1-1. The Swedes 2-on-2 here. Peter Ottosson trying to get it through, but covered illegally so. The officials are saying Kurt Giles, Minnesota North Star, number 44 there, could be called for tripping.
I think he might be calling him where the guy cut back on him and he missed a hip check. Yeah, if you watch, he misses a hip check. He can't get the body into it, so he just kind of leaves the foot there and trips him. The guy did a good job of staying up, not going down.
Impressive break from Peter Ottosson. Giles tripping him up, and he'll spend the next 2 minutes in the sin bin, barring a goal, and so Sweden go to the power play.
Jodofsson made a good play there, cut back on Giles, and Giles was completely wrong-footed.
Chances for Sweden, but Patrick Kjellberg frustrated. Just couldn't quite get a hold of the puck. And Stillman back deep. Stillman, the man who put the big hit on Eric Lindros. And here comes Stillman clearing his lines. Gets to the red line, past the red lines, just dumps it in.
That's an indication of they've got a few players there who know how to play kind of a dump and chase game, and also that the Canadians looks like they're packing the blue line, so there's no chance that they're going to skate the puck in. So
Ronnie Evansson, Swedish coach, looking on. He's had one or two things to think about. Team Canada coming back and levelling the scores after that quick goal inside the first minute for Sweden. I think we're just about ready to get play underway once again.
Yeah, I think the crowd's trying to fire up the Swedes right now. They know there's an opportunity for them to go ahead on this power play, and they're doing their best to try and get a little bit of excitement in the building.
Better work, Red. Better work, Red.
Risky game there by the Swedish team. Dodged the bullet. Ken Holt very fortunate to get onto that.
Yeah, the Canadians are forced them right at the Swedes at their own blue line, and not even right now letting them get into the middle zone.
Attaboy, Gordy. Do it hard, Gordy.
Now they backed off and just cut him off right at the blue line.
Get back, Cutter.
It's Lars Edström fighting for it, but 2-on-1, and he gets it out to his man. A little bit of holding. Sweden with the power play. Edström. Well, that could have gone anywhere.
Swede's got a Boye Salming on the defense here, on the left defense. He's 41 years old now. He's been around for quite a while. He played in the NHL for a good 15 seasons for Toronto and then Detroit. There's a lot of experience out there. I don't know how much legs he's got left, but he can sure play hockey. He's probably the best Swedish player ever to play in the NHL, I would say. I mean, he's been around for so long. Real solid defenseman. Looks like he's still playing Swedish elite hockey in the Swedish elite league, so he must still have a lot of skill left, I'll tell you that.
Well, when you got the skill that he had, all you lose really is speed.
That's right.
Now still pressure coming in from Sweden. Naslund looking for a chance to get it across. Eriksson can't do anything with it.
Come on, Smitty, get Matt out there.
Good cover. Randy Smith getting rid of it. Randy Smith in the thick of the action, number 22 there. Fight for the puck along the sideline. And
Good job, Red.
the officials deciding that the puck is not coming away from the boards.
Good job.
And you can hear "good job" being said
Here, I got you now.
by Team Canada's coaching staff. They were impressed with their team's penalty killing.
Yeah, that's typical Canadian coaching staff. Have been very vocal and making sure all the players know exactly what's going on. And yeah, a lot of it's for instruction, but a lot of it's just to help them out and make sure they keep the spirits high out there.
So with a face-off to come.
Red. Nice kill, Red team.
The penalty's over. Nice kill.
Big kill out there, you Red.
There's Thomas Rundqvist
Nice job, guys.
getting ready to face his opposite number, Joe Juneau, who got an assist on that Canada goal.
Good work, Peter. Nice team out there. That's it. You're gone, Joey. You're gone. Good try, Joey. Yeah, good try. Good try, Joey. All right.
And an icing call there. Probably the most common call we'll hear from the officials in this game.
That's right. It looks like both teams are trying to quick breakout, especially the Canadians who don't play a slow, patient build-up. They're trying to quick breakout to try and catch the Swedes caught in their own end, and they're trying. That's going to give up quite a few icings, but you don't really lose a whole bunch on an icing call.
So as we have a look at this packed crowd here at the Globe Arena, I can tell you there's not too many Maple Leaf flags flying tonight.
No, I wouldn't expect there to be. Not at the moment, anyway. This is where you find out who your real performance players are, can play in an atmosphere like this.
That's right. Sweden again looking for the break. Just dumped in. Sean Burke did well under pressure.
Good play. That's the difference between the European style goalies and the Canadian style goalies. The Canadian goalie can start something out. This whole play, getting down to this end of the rink, has come from Burke just playing the puck up the boards to one of his own players.
Anders Elgebrink wins that battle and gets it out. Mats Naslund feeding Anderson. And an offsides there. Frustration for Anders Elgebrink. Coming up from the right side of defense.
It's an interesting game. Still, neither team's dominating the game at all. They're both playing the game, trying to get it in there, but a lot of the game is still being played in the center zone. So,
tempting fate, of course, early days, but I would be surprised if there was more than one goal in this one at the finish. These two teams look very, very well balanced indeed.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you can see why they're the two teams that are established as probably the gold and silver medal hopes or favorites for the Olympics. That's for certain. These are two good hockey teams.
Other contenders, of course, must be CIS, Czechoslovakia, United States, Finland.
Finland, they're supposed to have quite a few NHL hockey players in their team too, which would make them a very. When they end up with the silver medal, I believe, or maybe the bronze medal in Calgary. So they've got to be a contender. The Americans are still.
Oh, great save there from Sean Burke. The shot coming in from Anderson, and Burke equal to it.
Good play by the Swedes, a real good build-up. The guy fought well down the boards and found Anderson just in front of the net. Burke made a great stop.
So the man frustrated there. Let's just take another look at it. We'll just see the quality of the save from Sean Burke. And in fact, it was Gustafsson, the man who got the first goal with the lightning reflexes. Gustafsson foiled there, number 16.
It's great play by the number 15, Patrick Carback. He made the play down the boards and found Gustafsson in front of the net.
Now, Team Canada attempting to build on the right. Jean Chabot, who plays his hockey in Milan. And Chabot is bundled out of it, and back comes Sweden, Kenneth Kenholt. Good save again from Sean Burke.
So they gave a guy a chance to shoot from in there, and that's not really the right play. They should have cut him off just as he crossed the blue line, I believe.
Another long shot coming in, and again right in at the net there. Kjellberg for Sweden.
Oh, it looks like a hold on that one.
I think there may be a holding there.
I think so.
Kenneth Kenholt has been a bad boy already before. Looks like he could be getting another 2 minutes. So 4 minutes of penalties for Kenneth Kenholt so far, and we're only about 3/4 of the way through this first session.
That was an example where he could have actually just checked him, but he decided to put the hand on him and just clamped onto him.
Well, Kenholt protesting his innocence, and most of the crowd supported his view, but not much doubt in your mind there, Daryl.
No. Now, it's quite an obvious place to do it, right in the center of the rink. I think everybody who's watching could have seen that what was happening there.
So, another power play opportunity for Team Canada. 1-1 here in the first period of what is turning into a fascinating contest between two of the brightest Winter Olympic medal prospects, Sweden and Canada.
As we said yesterday, neither of these teams want to give away too much for what's going to happen next week or in 2 weeks' time during the Olympic tournament. But then again, you didn't enter this thing to lose and go in there having a couple of lost games. You want to win, so you're in a place where you got to win the game, but you don't want to give away too much or any little secrets that may come in handy when you get to Albertville. Is that how you pronounce that, Albertville?
Albertville.
There you go.
You got it. Randy Smith, number 22, back deep for the Canadians. Forward. And having a good game.
Davey Archibald seems quite involved in a lot of the build-up for the Canadian team. Number 12.
Sweden desperately trying to get the puck away, and they do. Canada still pouring it on. You know who this fella is? It's Lindros, and even I'm getting his name right now.
Made a nice play there. Big guy, got a lot of range, and got in there, made a nice pass. Just jumped over the man's stick in front of the net.
He is absolutely huge, Eric Lindros.
There's Boye Solomon.
He's a veteran, 40 years old now.
Yeah, he's still playing. Still seems to be playing as well as he ever did. He had a terrible injury a couple of years ago where a guy actually stepped on his face and cut him for a couple hundred stitches right down the face. But he recovered from that. Well, that's why he actually wears the mask, the shield on the front of the face. A lot of injuries like that can end somebody's career. He's very, very lucky he didn't lose an eye or anything like that. But he's always been a good hockey player, being a real class hockey player too in his time.
And well respected around the world of ice hockey.
Almost definitely.
So back come Team Canada.
They haven't had a lot of sustained pressure, and I think in actual fact, they're having trouble getting into the Swedes' end. Here
Chances now.
Haven't said that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some mistakes coming from both teams at the moment.
He should have had a shot there. Willie should have had a shot there because he had a wide open chance. There's no one for him to pass to.
So a wasted opportunity. One that goes begging for Canada.
That's right.
Well, you can hear the Canadians offering encouragement, but good play. I'm not so sure.
Well, they're not getting a lot of sustained pressure. They're getting a couple of scoring opportunities, which the Czechs didn't do in yesterday's game. But there's nothing sustained in there, no real actual build-up. They're just going in there, a quick crash-bang style type of opportunity.
And you saw Kenneth Kenholt come back onto the ice, so the penalty successfully killed by Sweden. But Canada still with the ball in the Sweden end of the rink. Coming out with Anders Elderbrink, who's having an impressive game at the back. Again, real end-to-end stuff. This one, Gordy Hines there, bringing it out. Hines still fighting for it. Along with Fabian Joseph. But now Sweden with an opportunity.
Whoops. Thought all three of those were going to run into each other. Good stop.